All right, if you're a leader in Hyderabad's buzzing IT sector, listen up. This is for you. Today, we're talking about building something absolutely critical for your business, and that's trust. This is your blueprint.
So let's start with a really important question. I want you to think about all the data your company has. Is it your biggest asset, or is it actually your greatest risk? It's the lifeblood of your business, right? It's what drives your growth, your innovation. But here's the thing. That very same data, if you're not careful, can turn into your biggest nightmare. Okay, so let's zoom in and talk about what's happening right here, right now in Hyderabad's high-stakes tech scene. You see it every day. Hyderabad is just booming, right? From high-tech city to all the new startups popping up. It's fantastic, but all that growth, it comes with a shadow. The risk is growing just as fast. We're talking about constant cyber threats. And let's be real, data breaches aren't an if anymore. They're a when. And these aren't just abstract, techie problems. We're talking about real business risks that hit you where it hurts. First off, you lose client trust. Poof, gone. And your credibility? Shattered. Then you start losing bids because your competitors can prove they're more secure. And don't forget the new DPDP Act. The penalties for not complying are serious. On top of all that, internally, it's just chaos. Your processes break down. So, with all that on the line, how do you get ahead of this? How do you stop just reacting to problems and start being strategic? Well, that's where this blueprint comes in. Let's talk about ISO 2701. So what is this thing, ISO 27001? Let's break it down. It's not some app you install or a simple to-do list. Think of it as the world's most trusted recipe, a framework for managing all your information security. It helps you build a solid system, what the pros call an ISMS, or Information Security Management System. Actually, here's a great way to picture it. You've got all these individual security tools, right? Your firewalls, your antivirus, those are like apps on your phone. Well, ISO 27000 helps you build the operating system, the iOS or Android, that makes all those apps work together perfectly. It's the brains of the whole operation. Okay, so a security operating system sounds good, but how do you actually build it? How do you get there? Let's look at the roadmap. The great thing is, it's a clear step-by-step process. You're not just fumbling in the dark. You start by figuring out what you need to protect. That's step one. Then you do a deep dive into your risks. What could really go wrong? Step 3 is building your defenses based on those risks. And this is huge. Step 4 is getting your entire team on board with training, because security is everyone's job. After that, you test everything yourself with an internal audit, before, finally, you go for the official certification. See, it's a logical journey.
And I know what you're thinking. This sounds like a lot. How long is this whole thing going to take? It's the #1 question, and for good reason. You've got a business to run.
Well, here is the straightforward answer. For most IT firms, you're looking at about 3 to 6 months. It really depends on how big or complex your company is, but yeah, that's a pretty realistic time frame. Totally doable. Okay, so we have the what and the how long. But let's get to the good part, the why. What do you actually get out of this? It's way more than just a certificate to hang on the wall. Let's talk about the real wins. And this isn't some theory. I'm talking about actual results from IT firms just like yours right here in High-Tech City. Let's see what happened to them.
Check this out. 40%. That's how much a mid-sized software company grew their new client business after getting certified. A 40% jump. And why? It's simple. They could prove they were secure. That builds instant trust and just blows past competitors. And it's not just about sales. Look at this. It's about being stronger on the inside. This cloud provider used the ISO framework to get their house in order, and they cut the time it took to handle a security incident by 60%. 60. That's a huge boost in efficiency. And it means they can shut down threats way, way faster. This quote really nails it. It's not just a badge, it's a commitment. That's the key. This whole process changes your company's culture. It bakes security into your DNA. You're not just passing a test, you're making a public promise to everyone,
your clients, your partners, your own team, that you are serious about protecting their data. So we're back to a question, but it's a different one now. This isn't just about avoiding risks anymore. It's about grabbing a huge strategic advantage. In a crazy competitive market like Hyderabad, showing you're secure isn't just playing defense. It's your best offense. It's how you get out in front of everyone else. So the question for you is, are you ready to lead with trust?